Right. So this is the 19th of March 2020, still the 19th, and I'm working on the fourth part of the speech. Um, I'm not sure if I will be able to complete it today. So this is a signal. Ladies and gentlemen, the last part of my great royal speech, unless I decide to wind it up with still another. My identity changed in 2013 when I established my own city, the royal capital city of Ethnopolis, which was the beginning of a new creation in my life, the creation becoming my life, the noble kingdom. I was withdrawing from the world outside, the world created by politicians, for I believe this is when it all starts. Assumption. I believe the head is responsible for all that happens in the country. That makes the head symbolic of the country, the values representative of the country, the ways, the practice of the country, and so on. Of course, I know there are opposing and subversive forces or armies. Nonetheless, the head is all important. The head is the ruling culture and the direction for future. My queendom is simple, for so far there have been no people creating it with me. There have been inspiring presences, helpful presences, destructive presences, and finally the presence of the enemy, the siege, occupation, devastation, and gradual annihilation. Still, I am the only person in the queendom, even if there appear guests, most of them uninvited. Normally, countries, states act in a totally different context, obviously. On the 10th of April 2010, the Polish plane flight to Russia, specifically to Smolensk, to commemorate the Katyn massacre. There were 96 representatives of the Polish elite, including the President of Poland and his spouse, on board. In Smolensk, there was a mist. The visibility did not qualify as landing conditions. The terrain ahead could not be seen. The pilots did not receive the information from the airport control tower concerning a departure from the landing line. The plane underwent a crash. Its parts were to be found over a vast area. From the data we have been given, there was a high representative of the Polish Armed Forces Command in the pilot's cabin. 96 people died. The plane from Poland carrying journalists had landed in Smolensk area. This is the situation. We Poles received this situation. If we imagined Poland as a person, she would be now beheaded and dismembered. It happened at the time of peace, which is why all the 96 people were flying to Russia in one plane, in trust. Poland was not at war with any other country. She was allied with the NATO. The High Representative of the Polish Armed Forces Command in the cabin was the NATO. The tower was Russia. The journalists were in Russia. The mist when they landed was not as bad as it was when the elite were landing. The mist did not only cover the terrain ahead, it also covered the sky. The plane was in the Russian space. They came warning about the departure from the landing line, neither from the Russian tower nor from the NATO. The event must have had a high importance ranking. It was known the President would address the war crime under the heading cutting, genocide, international significance. It must have been watched closely. Poland had a high NATO ranking. Radek Sikorski has been a candidate for the head of the NATO. The crash in Russia should have been received as a declaration of war between Russia and the NATO. We learned the American satellites were not recording the events in the Russian space. The public do not know if other NATO allies were. We received no records from the tower. This is the end of part 1. Situation.